Every wise trader knows that the words of Jim Cramer are to be taken seriously. So, over a month into what seems to be the beginning of World War III, we are cursed by another bad omen. Kramer's prediction of the end of the bear market.
Money. We are in some weird market that it's a bear market and no one called it as a bear. And I think the bear market is over.
Wow, and that's a big call. Brian Zelski react to that.
So, the bear market is over, and we can all carelessly continue pumping the stocks to new unimaginable heights. The moon is ours to take. But there are always some people that are suspicious about these very optimistic predictions. What are you not telling us, Jim? It really seems that nuclear war is more around the corner than ever. The ever-nearing apocalypse is a bit nearer. However, as Jim emphasized, the SPY really does not seem to care much about these nuclear threats, as it is consistently bouncing off the 415 level from the beginning of the war, struggling hard against the bear. In light of that, we can see that some people seem to be enjoying themselves in these trying times with quite some style. Nonetheless, there is no denying that we are facing another very palpable crisis, namely the severe food shortage in the near future, that even the great leaders of the West admit. Ukraine and Russia are too important in the global food supply chain to simply be eliminated without drastic implications for everybody. The sanctions imposed by the West on Russia could have a negative boomerang effect on our entire civilization. However, it is interesting to notice that some billionaires seem to be always one step ahead of the curve, and it would be wise to follow their strategic moves with great attention. Okay, so no food in the near future, but what about energy? A bit out of the blue, but not too much taking into account all that is happening, Putin recently said that the only way they will sell their oil and gas is if the Western unfriendly countries pay in rubles, the currency that the NATO sanctions basically annihilated, at least temporarily. What is even more strange is that there are now serious claims that Russia will consider accepting Bitcoin for their oil and gas. So this makes us wonder, what if Putin is the guy pulling the strings behind the cryptocurrency market?
You know who's behind Bitcoin? Putin. It's a Ruski conspiracy to fuck up the American economy and the world. It's a long-range plan he started 7-8 years ago. He's going to see the demise of the Western financial world while he's still the head of Russia. And he's already hacked into the brains of all the morons.
Would that shatter our dreams of decentralized finance and a world free of the tyranny of the banks? But would that change anything? Maybe the value of Bitcoin would truly go to zero.
You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero. When it comes out, zero.
But it could also skyrocket.
We got some Bitfucks in there, I can tell. Too bad.
Maybe its value would stay the same. Who can tell in this market? Charlie Munger would definitely be happy if it goes to zero, would he not?
Well, I certainly didn't invest in crypto.
More on the energy subject, the ever-present Warren Buffett is betting all in on oil, as he continues to buy more and more shares of Occidental Petroleum. As a note to this, you probably heard the saying that if you invested $100 into the SPY this many years ago, you would have this much now. Well, these two old geezers did just that. I mean, look at them. They are the guys from these stories. They were back there in the 1960s to invest the $100. And you can see they are up and rolling still, giving us new insights into the world every day.
People they're not really motivated by greed. They're motivated by envy.
So, how will all this affect the SPY? If you put things down realistically, there is no easy way out of these problems. SPY will go down, as Powell finally confirmed that the interest rates will be going up higher and higher incrementally throughout 2022. But it may not be enough to stop inflation. So, the ride continues, and we witness the greatest transformation of wealth in human history.